Hi, I'm Dr. Lori Schwartz-Reichel. My career began in music education where I learned the importance of a key change, a shift, in the tonal center of a piece of music, often used to inject energy or produce significance. Eventually, I realized the impact of making key changes in all areas of my life and the desire to help others do the same. Making key changes can be difficult. I certainly don't have all the answers, but I do like to pose questions for reflection and offer actionable key changes for us to attempt in both our working and living situations. Together, we can unlock our greatest potential in collaboration with those we love, serve, and lead. Let's discover how we can grow together by making key changes. In the last few episodes of Making Key Changes, we've explored three powerful ideas. In episode 106, we unpacked community, what it truly means to build it, protect it, and lead within it. Not just as a buzzword, but as a daily commitment to connection, belonging, and shared responsibility. In episode 107, we leaned into courage, the kind that shows up in uncomfortable conversations, in innovation, in advocacy, and in standing firm in your values, even when it's not easy. And in episode 108, we celebrated uniqueness, the reminder that who you are is not accidental. Your voice, your lived experience, your leadership style, your story, they are not things to minimize. They are your superpower. So today, in this episode, I want to bring those threads together. When I lead workshops and professional learning sessions, I always end with a reflection activity I call an attitude of gratitude. It's simple, it's intentional, and it's powerful. It's meant to be reflective. It centers on four key takeaways: knowledge, improvement, inspiration, and gratitude. These four areas of growth help develop you and to develop those you love, serve, or lead into more confident and compassionate leaders. Let's explore each of these four key changes and consider their deeper meaning. Key change number 1, knowledge. What did you learn? Not just what did you hear, read, or see, but what actually shifted your thinking. Knowledge is more than information. It's awareness, it's clarity, and it's the moment something clicks. In our conversation about community, maybe you realize that culture doesn't happen by accident. It's built through consistent behaviors. In our discussion about courage, maybe you recognize that fear isn't a stop sign. It's often a signal that something meaningful is ahead. In reflecting on uniqueness, perhaps you began to see yourself or others through a new lens, recognizing strengths more than limitations. Knowledge asks, what do I now understand that I didn't fully grasp before? Awareness is the first step towards transformation. Key change number 2, improvement. What will you do differently? Knowledge without action is just trivia. Improvement is where growth lives. After thinking about community, maybe improvement looks like reaching out to a colleague you haven't connected with lately. After reflecting on courage, maybe it means finally initiating that conversation you've been postponing. And after embracing uniqueness, maybe improvement is as simple and as powerful as showing up more authentically. Improvement asks, how will this learning change my behavior? It doesn't have to be a grand or overwhelming way. The change can be small. It can simply be one shift or one intentional choice. Key change number 3, inspiration. Who or what moved you? Inspiration is the emotional anchor. It's the spark. Maybe a story resonated. Maybe a quote lingered. Maybe a moment reminded you of something or someone. Community inspires us because it reminds us we're not alone. Courage inspires us because it shows us what's possible. And uniqueness inspires us because it gives us permission to be fully ourselves. Inspiration asks, what lit a fire in me? And how will you keep that fire burning when the week gets busy, when challenges arise, or when motivation dips? Inspiration isn't meant to be fleeting. It's meant to fuel you. And finally, key change number 4, gratitude. Who or what are you thankful for? Gratitude grounds everything. It shifts our mindset from scarcity to abundance, from pressure to purpose. Gratitude for the people who form your community. Gratitude for the challenges that strengthen your courage. Gratitude for the differences that make you uniquely you. Gratitude asks, who or what do I appreciate right now that I might normally overlook? Gratitude doesn't ignore difficulty. It reframes it. It reminds us that even in growth, even in discomfort, there is something to value. So as we end this episode, I want to model what I ask others to do. Knowledge. I've learned that when we intentionally connect ideas, like we did over the last 3 episodes exploring community, courage, and uniqueness, we start to see how powerfully intertwined they are. You can't fully have one without the others. Improvement. I will continue creating spaces where people feel safe enough to belong, brave enough to act, and confident enough to be themselves. Inspiration. I am continually inspired by leaders who show up every day, imperfect, learning, and committed to growth. And finally, gratitude. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for listening, for reflecting, and for doing the work in your own spaces. I invite you to carry these 4 words with you: knowledge, improvement, inspiration, and gratitude. Write them down. Reflect on them. Share them with your people. Because making key changes doesn't happen all at once. It happens through awareness, through action, through purpose, and through appreciation. This is the essence of an attitude of gratitude. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need it, like a student, friend, family member, or colleague. Share it at your work or your church or somehow in your community. In the show notes, you'll find a registration link for the Confidence Camp for Kids happening in June 2026. Recommend this camp to a child's family. There is also a link to subscribe to the Making Key Changes weekly newsletter. Our community includes people from many areas of life, and both the podcast and newsletter are about making key changes in our lives alongside those we love, serve, and lead. If you're planning an event, workshop, or learning session and want to guide your people toward confident and compassionate leadership, I'd love to partner with you. How are we making key changes to demonstrate an attitude of gratitude? Thanks for listening. If you haven't done so yet, please consider rating and reviewing the Making Key Changes podcast on the Apple Podcast app. If you found this episode helpful, please consider sharing it with others and joining me again next week. In my coming episodes, I'll discuss topics that are most passionate to me, along with things I've been researching or areas of my life I have changed or want to change. You can learn more about me on my website, makingkeychanges.com. Feel free to message me through there or reach out on social media. I'd love to hear from you and learn about what key changes you hope to make.